And hello fellow Tanker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today I bring you another game in a Sheridan Tier 10 American light tank. And today we are on map Sand River. Now this is still a game that I recorded for my Sheridan run a while back, that you guys saw all those map strategies that I posted on my channel. In this video, I'm not going to talk about map strategies. We're just going to talk about Sheridan's gameplay. Although I am going to show a pretty decent position, early spotting position on this map, which is quite OP to be honest, especially if you spawn on this side of the map. And position I'm talking about is position C7. Now the problem with latest meta is that green tanks usually don't like going up north once they're spawned on the west side of the map. So in this situation, I'm going to get into that position quite fast, but I'm not going to have a lot of support because most of my tanks decided to go south. Now, this position is great not only for light tanks. I actually came into this position once in the IS-7 and it worked out pretty good because basically this ridge line gives you protection from the south side, as well as completely isolates you from the east side and partially from the north side. Now, once the opposition actually makes its way all the way to, let's say, A7, A8 area, it becomes problematic. So if you're in a light tank, you probably should run away at that point in time. If you're in a tank that has some armor, like IS-7, you can actually use ridgeline to go hold down and protect yourself in this position here. Anyway, as you notice there were so many red tanks coming over onto the northwest quadrant of the map, so I decided to run off at this point because there's no point for me to stay there and basically die. I still can be a vital part in winning this game, so we're gonna relocate into the more central location. Now, as you see there on the map at B0, our light tank decided to go all the way around. If you play light tanks, guys, don't ever corner yourself like that, because if you corner yourself, yeah, you have nowhere to escape. So you want to be always in an area where you can run off, especially on a bigger map. You want to be closer to the open area that you can get away from any type of situation. So I relocated to the middle here. All of a sudden I got spotted and then I realized, oh shit, that Type 4 Heavy is going to be a problem. Last thing I want to do in a light tank is fight the Type 4 Heavy. So we're going to try to run away as quickly as we can. Hopefully we can get away from him into this spot here. This provides a little bit of a cover. Now we're going to switch to my heat rounds in a split moment. Right now, right here. And we're going to try to see if we can go through his lower plate. And one good thing about Sheridan is it's got those heat rounds that are pretty good pen. 280 pen, I think, on those heat rounds. So we should be able to go through the bottom plate of the Type 4 as well as the cheek of the Type 4. Unfortunately, this shot does not come off. It goes into Type 4's mantle instead of going turret cheek. So we're not able to pen it. But we do see this tank, so we're going to put a shell into him while he's running around on the north side. And now we're going to try to switch our attention to Type 4, but he was paying attention to us. So we had to hide quite quickly to avoid being hit there. But now we are able to put a shell into his cheek because we know he's got a long reload. Now that we clear this area of the map, we know he was the only one here. So we can basically take control over the middle of the map. Yummy, yummy. Control the map. And what have we here? Bunch of targets. So I'm undecided. Who should I shoot? Should I shoot the freaking mouse? Should I shoot the light tank? Decided to shoot the light tank, but he juked my shot. Now we switch to heat rounds, and we should be able to start penetrating mouse's side. There's also this object 277 over there, but we're gonna focus on the mouse because all those hit points to chew through. We want to help our team win this game, right? Unfortunately, some of these shots, even flat side shots onto mouse's turret, they're not gonna pen. Like these couple there, he angles a little bit, and you know, 280 pen becomes inconsequential at that moment. Unfortunately, I only carry 10 heat rounds on this tank. Probably should load more because these heat rounds come useful sometimes. And at this point, I decided not to shoot at the mouse anymore. I'm like, you know what? I don't think there's a chance that I can pet him at all. So, yeah, we're going to have to find different targets here. But we have controlled the middle of the map. And that's essential in any game or any map. If you have control of the center of the map, you're laughing, especially in a light tank. Now, Sheridan does not have the greatest camo, but if you keep the distance and if you keep yourself hidden behind the ridge lines, just use that turret, which is fairly flat and hard to hit, you'll have success in this tank. But yeah, it's not your regular light tank. Obviously, the camo is not there on this tank. View range is, but camo is not. So be mindful of that. Anyway, we are looking for shots over there at the heavy tank at A3, but we couldn't find any shots. And we have 2 TDs over there defending our base, so I think we're safe over there. So I decided to come back into the middle and help our team deal with this T110E3 over here. Unfortunately, this Wheezy is right here. He's bothering me because he's going to be spotting me. So we're going to have to take him out of the game. We're going to go after him, making sure that nothing can hit us here in this position. But then we're going to make a tricky play over here. We're not going to rush him right away. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of stick to the side of this ridge line and still engage the guys that are defending the base. Either defending the base or are on the south side of the map over here. As you can see, I still have shots. My render range is quite good on this tank. We unfortunately couldn't hit that Manticore. But now, because we disappeared for a moment, the Wheezy doesn't know where we are. He has no clue where we're going to be coming from which side. So I expect him to be completely confused, and he is. So we put a shell into him and we take him out of the game. And now we should be able to climb this ridge line over here. Once we lose our 6th sense, we're going to be able to shoot across to the other side of the map. And that's exactly what we do. And that's the greatest ability of Sheridan. Look at that. That render range, that view range, and sitting right at the edge of my view range as well, which allows me to just sit here and fire at this T110E3. Now, you notice me taking the cursor off the T110E3. This is just the play so that it does not appear as he's targeted, so that it doesn't spook him, because usually when tanks or when the players see that they're targeted, they get spooked, they start backing out, and they change their positions. So I didn't want him to be changing his position because I saw his side. So it was basically easy farm for me in this situation. Anyway, right now I see the light tank coming after me, and both this E3 and the light tank were in a platoon. So I knew that the light tank is pretty mad and he's going to be coming after me. And I could have chosen to fight him on my own and possibly kill him. Actually, I would be able to kill him easily because his reload is so slow. But I decided to help our TDs first, take out this Android Giant, and now I should be able to face this light tank and have support from my TDs as well. Which is just an extra layer of safety. For me, winning is more important than damage, guys. Yeah, that's the way I play the game. I always play the game to win, not for damage. And if I have a great game and, you know, damage comes in because it comes in, yeah, it's a bonus. But other than that, I think it's more fun for me to just win games than just club. So for the most part, you don't see me running full premium loadouts, although a lot of players in this game I know, especially super unicoms in this game, I know they do. Myself, I don't, just because it just spoils the fun factor. Although in certain tanks you should be running full APCR loadouts because their penetration is probably not the greatest, or more prem rounds than standard rounds anyway. So keep that in mind. But anyway, we're trying to get to the last kill. So far we had pretty nice game. We're sitting at 5,500 damage with some spotting. Not much spotting. We were mostly damage dealer in this game. So we're going to try to get some extra damage off of this Cranvan over here. He's sitting right there behind the rock. We're going to try to squeeze a shot into his turret. He's not detecting us at all, so we can approach him quite stealthy right here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. At this point, I don't really care if he clips me out. It doesn't matter. Last shots of damage, but I think he decided to quit the game at this moment. So we're going to take that free damage. And we're going to increase our damage number quite nicely. Quite nice game for Sheridan. This was probably my best game in a run from all the games that I've shown you. But anyway, let's take a look at the post-game stats. We finished with 4 kills, 6.5k damage, 1501 base XP. We lost credits because why not? I guess we fired too many heat rounds. That is crazy, actually. We had 25 direct hits, only 428 assisted damage. We finished with Class 1 Mastery Badge, high caliber medal. I guess people must be putting up really crazy games in this tank to get an ace tanker. I'm not sure what it takes to get an ace tanker, to be honest. Anyway, we finished on top of the team with 1501 base XP. Let's look at our performance stats. We fired 28 shots. We had 19 penetrations, 4 critical hits. Anyway, guys, this will be the last game in a Sheridan for a while. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit. Check it out.